I once refused to give a woman a refund on a bike she was screaming about in the middle of my shop. I have never once regretted it, and the reason why still makes me laugh 15 years later. I managed a small independent bike shop from about 2008 to 2016. Not a chain, one of those cluttered places with a repair bench in the back and a cat that slept in the helmet display. We knew our customers by name, mostly. One Saturday afternoon, the busiest day of the week, a woman came in dragging a mountain bike by the handlebars. Nice bike, mid-range hardtail, the kind of thing a serious teenager saves up for. She parked it against the counter and announced, loudly enough for the 6 people browsing to hear, that she wanted a full refund and an apology. I asked what the issue was. She said the bike was too dangerous, that it was built for jumping and stunts, and that we had no business selling something like that to a kid. She said her son had been riding trails on it and was going to break his neck. I told her I'd be glad to look at a return. We took returns within 30 days on anything in resale condition with the receipt. Did she have the receipt? She didn't. She also didn't have the manual, the reflectors, or the original pedals. The kid had swapped them out. The bike had visible trail wear on the fork and about 4 months of use on it. I explained politely that I couldn't refund a used bike with no receipt, but I'd be happy to look it over and make sure it was safe, free. She wanted the manager. I told her she was talking to him. Then she asked me to apologize for selling it. And this is the part I'd do exactly the same today. I told her I wasn't going to. I said I wasn't sure what I'd be apologizing for, and I'd rather not hand her something insincere. I offered what I actually could offer. If she'd tell me who she was worried about, I'd make a note not to sell that person a bike of that type again without a parent present. She said I shouldn't be selling that kind of bike to any kid. I told her that wasn't something a shop could do. We sell bikes to people who come in with money. That's the whole business. If she wanted a policy about what minors could buy, she'd have to take that up with the state, not with me on a Saturday. That's when she got loud, told me I was profiting off putting children in the hospital, that I clearly didn't have kids of my own, that she'd never spend another dollar in my shop and neither would anyone she knew. She shoved the bike so it clattered against the counter and she walked out. The shop went dead quiet. One of my regulars, a retired guy who came in every week just to talk about derailleur, mouthed wow at me. About 90 minutes later, a kid came in through the back, 17, skinny, still in the shirt he wore to school. He clocked in, looked at the bike leaning against my counter, and got very still. Is that mine? It was his. He'd bought it with his own money the previous spring, from us, at a staff discount, because he'd been working the repair bench for me on weekends for almost a year. His parents had split up. He lived with his dad, who'd co-signed the whole thing, driven him to trailheads, and taught him to true a wheel. His mom had picked him up that morning, seen the bike in the garage, and taken it without telling him. He said quietly, she said she was going to return it. I said she tried. He asked what happened, and I told him the truth. No receipt, no packaging, used condition, no refund, store policy. He stood there a second, and then he actually laughed, this exhausted, relieved laugh, and said, thank you. Then he went and put his apron on and worked his shift. He told me later she'd been doing that kind of thing for a while, taking things, making scenes, trying to run his life through other people because she couldn't run it through him. I don't think I did anything heroic. I enforced a normal return policy on a Saturday, but I've thought about it a lot over the years, because if I'd caved, if I'd handed her cash to make the noise stop, the way every retail instinct screams at you to do, I'd have taken a 17-year-old's bike, bought with his own wages, and handed the money to the person who took it from him. He works as a mechanic now, still rides, still has the bike.